Let's try that again. Hi, everybody, and welcome back. It is I, Mac Paladin, and we are attempting to play the Sealed Cave once again in Final Fantasy IV. Now, since the last time we spoke, I've done some level grinding. I've gone through the Sylvan Cave. I've gone to the Feymark and picked up a couple of new, we'll call them Eidolons, to try and make our attempt to get through this place a wee bit easier. And hopefully I'll be a little quicker on the draw this time, because one of the issues I was having difficulty with was the fact that I was getting repeatedly killed by Nth Dimension from the trapdoors. So, so we're going to try to avoid that this time. Still waiting for some stuff to come in from eBay. Of course, I ordered a pass-through, you know, an actual HDMI capture device that had a second HDMI port on it, so it would pass through to the TV to make our playthroughs of Bayonetta a little bit easier. And the guy on eBay sends me this, and what's amazing is he shows a picture of the correct device as the first picture, and then if you click down to the third picture, this is what he's offering. And the description does not differentiate, and there's a bunch of pictures showing the device plugging into a laptop and then outputting to a television set, explicitly implying that it was the first device and not the second device. So that's really, really bad, and I hate that, and I'm not going to sit here and, you know, name names or anything like that, but it just reminds us all we got to watch what we're buying on eBay, for crying out loud. And from some of the feedback I've seen, this person has done this before and does not offer refunds, and oh, I'll give you a 20% discount, and then tried to bribe me for a 5-star review with a 3% discount. I'm just like, bye later for that. Now Doodles is trying to climb in my lap. She's feeling a bit better, but she's still not 100% well, and unfortunately you can't see all of her, well, you can't see any of her because she's too far below the camera. But she's here, and I'm petting her. Hey, the Gulliks, welcome back. Just telling about my eBay woes and all of that stuff before we get started, so of course everybody could hear the Final Fantasy IV music in the background. And on this machine I've actually changed my overlay so that way I can have it still up there so you can see that it actually exists on my talkie screen here. But yeah, my cats are somewhat doing better. Pumpkin got hit the last, and so now she's, you know, living in the shower. I don't know if she's trying to cool off because she has a fever or what. And Doodles is still not 100%. Her nose is a little leaky, but she doesn't have all that massive gunk all over her face like she did before. So she's eating, she's drinking, and she's the one I was worried the most about because she's the oldest. So she seems to be a lot better now because she's actually able to jump up in my lap. Yeah, I mean, it's just easier to get a few things in some ways, and you just got to be vigilant. And with all the stuff I've been trying to get to improve the channel, the truth of the matter is that I let slip, and I thought I did my due diligence on this. I was like, the price is awfully low. You know, it's got to be. Huh? Did you get hacked? Or are you Romanizing something in Japanese here? Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I hope you like what we're doing today. I'm just bitching about eBay, so... I do remember you guys. I remember all of my interesting customers, but for the most part, it's fond memories. Isn't that right, Doodles? Isn't that right, my kitty? You can't see her; she's off screen. Unfortunately, this camera, I can't grab this camera. It's mounted in the all-in-one, so I can't grab the camera and show you my cat. But she's sitting here. Like before long, you'll probably see her tail or something. Really? It makes you type backwards. That's amazing. Okay. Yeah, not always an alternative. Now, okay. I am doing quite well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Which reminds me, I have to go back out into the wild tonight at some point after this stream. And continue trying to earn my rent. Isn't that right, Doodles? Yes. So, yep. So there we go. Alright, so let's get the game rolling here. Let's get the game rolling. Oh, that's not the right one. Scene. Ha! There we go. And then let me reopen the full-size game screen there. Whoa. Boy, I'm just hitting things all over the place today. Alright, so let's actually play some Final Fantasy IV. And let's see if my reflexes are fast enough to kill the trapdoors before they get me. I tried getting the last 6 items inside the cave here. But you get back attacked opening the stupid treasure chest. And, you know, you get hit by the Malboros, or whatever they're called. Appropriately named, horrific-looking tentacle plant that hits you with every status ailment imaginable that is quasi-named after a cigarette company. I'll let you decide the messaging there. Alright, so we're going to try this again. I believe we might have to unlock it again because we died no, I escaped, so I should be able to, but I'm about 9 levels higher than I was before, and I also have some neat stuff. I wish there was an item I could give to Rosa that would make her faster. Oh, let me reopen my map here so I can actually see where the hell I'm going. Yeah, so I'm getting stuff shipped from... I'm doing 4 pays on Newegg and all that stuff. I've been trying to rebuild this gaming machine that my friend from San Diego built for me. And, yeah, this tab being open just makes me angry. I'll come back to the Sylvan Cave at some other point. But for now, we got to deal with the sealed cave. So let's see here. That's where we are. Alright. So here's the first of our trapdoors. Do I have... Hold on a second. Hold on a damn minute here. Okay, I have 51 Phoenix Downs. I think we're okay. Probably gonna lose people along the way. It's inevitable. Shit, who did he target? Was it Rydia? Nope. I did not pay attention to that. Yeah, I really should have been paying attention to who was being targeted. It's kind of important, you know? Okay, that could have been worse. That could have been a lot worse. Use up all these crappy potions I've got here. Go in and get the treasure. Yeah. I wish he could throw weapons like that. But apparently you cannot throw katanas. And I don't know why. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I put voice mod on, so I wanted to make sure that there was clarity here. So far, so good. Well, I'll have to see if this particular capture device I got. I'm gonna go ahead and negative feedback this person. Alright, next. Alright, so we have a treasure box down here. Crust muffin. I'm not going to waste magic points on these fights. As you can see, I'm doing a lot more physical... God damn it. I'm doing a lot more physical damage than I was before. Not only am I leveled up, but I also have way better stuff. And I opted to give Rosa a staff because... until I get holy arrows, she ain't great with the bow and arrow. And I need a lot of them. And you can buy them on the moon. But we're not even close to that. Alright, so here we got another trapdoor. And this time let's pay attention to who he targets. Alright, so this time it's Kane. And we reflect. And trapdoor dies. So easy. Alright, so let's see. Treasure box is here. We got 2 more doors. And we're going to open all these doors because with Reflect, this is easy peasy. Alright, this time she put it on Rydia. Reflect. Bye-bye, door. One of the best tricks I ever learned. Ugh. There's nothing here, but it was a good leveling opportunity. Like I said, I'm not really going to concern myself too much with the individual battles. Apparently there's nothing in this room either. this time it's Cecil. You gotta love it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here. Yeah, these first two rooms are kind of like if you don't know where you're going, then you kind of have no choice but to check every door, you know? I'm doing it purely for level building because Rosa learns her best white magic spells in the 50s, in the upper 40s and mid 50s. She learns Life 2 and White. I've already learned Curaja, which is the Cure 4. So at least we got that out of the way. Now let's see. We've got a bridge going that direction, so where are we now? We're in the middle of this room. And we got 6 doors with some really nasty stuff behind it. Oh. It appears I missed an alternate route. Did I? Oh, I see what it's... okay. Some of these maps are not great. Now, if I were really good at RNG manipulation, I would be finding all the safe tiles and learning all that. Apparently, there is a way to manipulate the RNG in this game, and as well as Final Fantasy 5 and 6, to where you can actually maneuver between safe and dangerous tiles and control exactly which encounter you're going to get based on it's like frame counting. And that just seems like a lot of work. I prefer to just play the game. I'm not a speedrunner, that's for sure. Alright, so this is the one with the 2 ropes. So where does this rope go? Does it go anywhere? Oh, it goes to a... oh, God. I need to just look. And then just for giggles. Oh no! This rope is scary! There, want to make sure we have enough space for items. Alright, first door. This one leads to nothing, so we're going to make it quick. Now, interestingly enough, the original version of this game did not have an ATB meter. That was actually a convention introduced in Final Fantasy VI, if I'm not mistaken. Get a little lore download here. I am doing one speed. Okay. I am doing one speedrunner trick, and that is frame buffering my defense so I can get to Rosa faster. By repeatedly pressing the directional button. Yeah, I mean, it had it, but you couldn't see it. So unless you intimately knew how this game's mechanics actually worked, you didn't know who was coming up. Because once you get past the initial order, it actually, they sometimes fall behind each other. So it's not always Edge, Kane, Cecil, Rydia, Rosa. As each subsequent round comes up, it can change the order. Alright, this is going to be a monster in a box. Oh! Okay. I was mistaken. Now the only problem is I don't have a shield for him. So luckily that was an increase in power, and we didn't take a decrease. At least I don't have to wait for 10 minutes while her spell buffers. One of these rooms has a monster in a box, though. I suspect it may be this one. All right, we finally got a shuriken. But yeah, supposedly... Okay, this one ain't it either. No. So, did I just get an item that does holy? Oh! Good to know. There are so many spell items in this version of the game, it's not even funny. So we're going to do something slightly different this time. Shit. Well, somebody's getting dead. Go ahead, do it again. if I remember correctly, in the American version of this game, in the American Super NES version of this game, they actually had it to where you could tap the directional button and cast Reflect on the entire party. It was kind of ridiculous. Okay, clearly he's not going to do it this time. That's great. I put it on the wrong person. I put it on Kane. Wait, who did he put it up? Was it Edge? It doesn't matter. What a memory fade there. I was just like, huh? What am I doing? Don't ever get old, folks. Nothing. Big fat nothing burger. But the next one is a save point, so... video. Okay. Well, that ticks me off. That really pisses me off. I'm not even gonna waste the Phoenix down. There's a save point in here. Let's use a cabin. Cottage. My bad. Having like a fade moment there. Alright, so we got 2 treasure boxes in here. Ugh. Okay. Yes, yes, I know it's optimized, but... One more time. Alright, so if we're getting the save point, that means we're getting semi-close to... Ah, no, there's a second save point. Well, this cave just goes on forever, don't it? Now, you really got to get on there fast, otherwise he gets you. It's one of those, it's so easy, it's hard things. I'm also a bit higher in level than is recommended for this area. So what's happening is I'm getting a lot of preemptive strikes. And not a lot, just slightly, you know? But it's enough. Uh-oh. I probably could have taken them easily, but I just didn't feel like it. Yeah, you really got to make sure that there is no animation going on, otherwise it actually, well, like I said, it messes up the speed at which Rosa actually casts the spell. And it's ridiculous. And it's not super obvious, but the exit to this room is actually on the bottom, and you gotta look for the telltale signs that there's an opening. I don't think that this goes anywhere. Oh, not true. There is a treasure room here. But first, there's a treasure box and a exploitable door here. Yeah, you gotta be Johnny on the spot with those defends. Otherwise, every frame you lose is another opportunity for the ninth dimension to hit before you can cast Reflect. I've been watching a lot of speedruns of different games and learning stuff about frame skipping and safety tiles. And I think we talked about this last time, where I was like, if you actually stop motion or if you go in a straight line for too long, that it actually increases your encounter rate under the RNG. And it's if you want to have the best, most enjoyable, most natural progression through the game, it helps to know this stuff. Like, it's not absolutely necessary, but it can alleviate a lot of frustration. Like, sometimes it's actually beneficial to pause to actually reset the frames. And think of it like an always shifting puzzle of dangerous and safe tiles, and it also affects how often you get a preemptive strike and how often you get back attacked and how often you get pincher attacked. And well, pincher attacked is something that really happens in Final Fantasy VI, but it's still the same type of thing. Now let's see here. Okay. I meant to go back to the rope. There's nothing in the room. And this, because you get attacked by 7 enemies here, for example, and one of them's hanging from the ceiling, I mean, it looks really scary, you know? But Blood Feast is more annoying than dangerous, unless you just sit there and do nothing. Okay, now that was serious. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get lucky on that one and paralyze him. Now, while I was playing off screen, I did find out that that Rydia's new Blitz Whip actually also casts paralysis randomly. Yeah, it's just battles like that they appear to take longer because you have to wait out the animation cycle of these dumb spells. But yeah, if you don't frame buffer those defends real fast by tapping the D-pad, you'll run out of time. Supposedly, I suppose I could set the battle to wait and not actually do ATB. I mean, that is a feature, but I do like a little bit of challenge. It's not much fun to watch somebody, you know, abuse the built-in features of the game to win. Well, okay, I'm going to lie about that, because if I ever play Final Fantasy III, aka 6, the Super NES version, you're going to be seeing me cheat like a motherfucker. and it's all legal because none of what I would do would be considered glitches. It's just a very, very highly exploitable game. Alright, so it looks like that's it for the external treasure boxes. We're going to go in here, and we encounter a safety area. Now, I believe that all of the tiles in the center of these obelisks, these little magical posts, are actually considered safe. So you don't so Galix knows all about this. When we play MS Saga, there's actually a radar up at the top that shows threat level and the likelihood of being attacked, and it changes colors. Well, all of the Final Fantasy games that use random battles also have a threat meter, but it's invisible. And if you're one of those people that has studied this kind of thing, you can actually determine your threat level and which tiles you're likely to reach encounters and what the encounters will be through very, very careful manipulation, like looking at what frame an NPC stops on, which direction they're moving, the flashing of the aura of the save point and all that stuff can all affect the RNG. And if you don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, then you don't even saw it. Like even the animation of the flickering flames here is influencing the which tiles we're landing on as far as their threat level. So again, not trying to manipulate anything, I'm just explaining something that I found fascinating about the mathematics and the programming of these games. So let's see, we're up here in this circular room, so about pretty much the only thing we can really do is work our way around the edge here, because these ropes are red herrings, they don't go anywhere. And I'm explaining what I'm doing so that way I can, so that way people, like if you want to do your own playthrough of this game or whatever, you can take my advice, and hopefully it'll make your run a little more efficient and enjoyable. This is by far one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, not just for nostalgic purposes, but because it's a pretty epically fun game. And it has a decent storyline, and it really marked the end of an era in the style of gameplay. Like it was the ultimate version. Hold on. I jacked up. Oh my god. Whew. Almost jacked up there. Well, wait, I hopefully got the right person. Alright, so now we gotta get ready for a boss encounter. And this one's bad. So let me get the strategy guide up here, because it's been a long time since I fought the wall. Demon Wall, hit points 999, okay. 99,999. Alright, looks like we're going to be doing a lot of Leviathan. And thank God I got him, too. Don't get excited just yet. I'm just looking at my inventory right now. I don't remember this boss having almost 100,000 hit points. I thought that that was a thing that was reserved for Zeromus, but apparently I was mistaken. Alright, here we go. Do I have slow? I always thought bio was the thing you wanted to put on this thing. Make sure she doesn't get turned to fucking stone. So that way he'll just keep attacking over and over again. Yeah, I knew there was. I knew this thing didn't have 100,000 hit points. The guide I am reading is for the 3DS 3D upgrade of this game, so it's possible that they made it much worse. But that was a little scary. Because, like, the original strategy was to keep casting Bio on it, but actually Leviathan worked quite well. It's entirely possible, though, that depending on your pathing through the game, that you could have taken on the sealed cave before going through the Feymark. And if that's the case, then yeah, absolutely. Using something other than Leviathan would be the way to go. And unfortunately, because teleport magic is inhibited down here, God forbid people should be booping in and out of here, right? But because of teleportation magic being inhibited down here, unfortunately, we cannot teleport out of here. Yeah, apparently, according to this guide, you get 400,000 experience for defeating the wall in the 3DS version. That's nuts. Okay, so as is the wont of this game, go back up the rope, and which doorway are we on? We're going this way. I gotta remember which way to go to retrace my steps here. And there's the room with the treasure box. There we go. Victory turns into failure. Ironically, though, this is the longest that we actually physically hold on to a crystal in the entirety of this game. Usually we utterly fail instantly. There's that paralysis. Yeah, I used to have really good pathing through this cave. Like, I would use every tile that had a crack on it to step across as quickly as possible. Never miss a turn. No, I'm not so tidy, unfortunately. Y'all know why I did that. Kane, you dumb bastard. You poor dumb bastard. I got everything right. Yeah. Oh, what a surprise. Defeat stolen from the jaws of victory. Well, that was a lie. Kane, wake up! Isn't that a meme? Wahahaha. So we're short a person again. Now let's see. So the next part is well, we failed. Back to the castle of the dwarves. We have to report on our failure, of course. A lunar whale? Surprise! Yeah, well, you should see some of the artwork of her that has a beard. Because people are dicks. Alright. Now, I think it's time to do the quest for Excalibur. Starting to run out of space here. There's the upstairs. How do these trees grow in lava? Oy vey, how do I get out of here? I hate this castle being a maze. There we go. I just had to get back to the main hall. All right. I don't even want to talk about this. I don't even want to talk about what we just did there. Alright, so first things first. That's Baron. We're heading to Fabul. We're gonna do a series of side quests here real fast. Huge mountain range up here. It just seems like a waste of map space, you know? Damn Cyan. Mount Ordeals. There's Fabul. Tower out here. Bear with me, I'm going to be mumbling to myself for a minute. Alright, go up the west tower. I just have something in my eye. Received frying pan. This isn't a super long quest, it's just mildly annoying. Okay, if we fly straight down south here. Alright, that's actually Mount Ordeals. The other one was Mount Hobbs. It's a physical obstruction in this version of the game, which is kind of interesting. And we're not going to Mysidia yet. Ah, just land the damn ship. An adjustment to my chair here. Alrighty. And we gotta reopen the Sylvan Cave tab here. Let's see, we start... where? Oh, great. Not even gonna fool around. Oh my. Come on. Oi. You're dadgum right. Wow. Ba-ba-ba. You know, amusingly, it's a summon with a debatable value. You have to be incredibly powerful for it to have any real meaningful effect. Like, Rydia's magic power has to be at peak levels. For Sylph to really take off, so it's like, yeah, it's a cool summon and all, but it's like, honestly, the Drain spell works better. That's my take on it. Alright, so we return the frying pan to Yang's wife, and we get a throwing dagger called the Spoon, if I'm not mistaken. Well, in this version they call it the kitchen knife. And that's it for that little side quest. Alright, so what's next? We can close the sealed cave now. We will never need to go back to that. Alright, let's see. So we need to pick up the Enterprise, which is the airship that we left behind. And that is near Eblan. So fastest way there is to go straight across until we get to the Toroya territory, and then head straight down. And boom, there's Toroya Castle. And if we fly over the ocean long enough, we will find the Tower of Babel. So we're going to park the Falcon here. We're going to pick up the Enterprise, and we're going to use the hook to grab the hovercraft. And we're going to fly this way. And then fly north. Of course, we're looking for that little town right here on the weirdly pig-shaped island. So we can fly over these shoals Oh my god, stop being so sensitive. I'm gonna do a safety save just to be on the safe side. It's been a little while. This guy's a weirdo. Now, allegedly, you can get adamantite items by trading him different types of tails. Now, as of yet, I haven't found any other tails. But supposedly, you can get some pretty swift stuff. Now, unfortunately, like a jackass, I never got the cutscene where the King of Baron tells you to come back. Now, that doesn't mean I won't be able to get Odin, but it does eliminate some lore from our video collection, unfortunately. And honestly, pick this garbage up. And I think I've decided I am going to do the dumb quest of parking all the airships near Mysidia. But not right this second. I'm trying to remember where I'm going here. There we go. Alright, since we're near Mysidia, let's go down a little bit and then go into Agard. We already have silver on the Enterprise. Or rather, mithril armor. Now this is the big one. This is going to help us a lot. And I'm a dumbass. But that's okay. Oh, you mean this crap? See, now we'll be able to buy shurikens. Alright, now let's see if this trick actually works. Reset the emulator. Launch the game again. I'm going to a few places to try to trigger him. Completing the sword faster. Howdy ho! No! Oh my goodness, Tippy. Let's see if that was enough. Oh, come on. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to trigger an event. This version of the game is being dumb. You used to be able to just save and reset and then come back out and he'd be fine. And he'd be like, here you go, here's your sword! Oh boy. Oh, wee-oh. Wee-oh. Now, here's the thing. I prefer the actual game sprite of the Great Whale to the to what they showed in that cutscene, the Lunar Whale. Ba, 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 ba. Now, before we do all that, give me my gadgummit sacred sword. About frickin' time. I am not gonna fight the fucking Guardian of Babel and not have this sword. That's just crazy. I'm not going to fight the monster of Babel and not have this weapon. I can't remember the last time Cecil got an actually better sword. I mean, 10 points is from the Luminous sword, you know, we're talking 122 to 186 attack power. Hi. I wasn't born yesterday. And before we go to the moon and get Fusoya, I was getting that blasted sword. And I think that's the trick. You have to go to the moon and come back. But if you get Fusoya, it triggers the next series of events and you're kind of locked into a sequence. Now we are going to attempt to get through this next segment. Now, we need to look for the Lunar City. And I think the easiest way to do that would be to pull up the maps and just pull up the lunar surface map. That's Bahamut's Cave. Not ready for that. Alright, there's the Lunar City. But, before we do that, I want to try... I want to go to Hummingway. One of these. Woo! Not quite yet. Alright, I just wanted to see the prices. If you got enough money, you can buy an unlimited number of elixirs now. Now, one thing I didn't do and we have a free sleeping quarters back here. We have our own private fat chocobo. Alright, I don't think I can land. I gotta land on one of these and work my way around. I gotta find the right lunar cave here. Lunar's lair. Lunar path 2. I'm reasonably certain it is this one. All right. Okay, until I have 5 party members, I'm not going after that treasure box to the immediate right. But I will get these 2. Dadgummit. Stardust, huh? I hate this place. Get out of here. I'm losing money, but that's okay. When we do finally get to the lunar subterranean, we will get it all back and then some. Stop annoying me. Okay. Forgot about the run feature. How awful. Zemus. Oh no! Well, damn. No pressure. Bo-bo-bo. Alright, since Fusoya is a magic user, we're going to do a little party reorganization there. So that way our two frontline attackers are in the front row and our magic casters are in the back row. Unfortunately, you don't get Fusoya for very long, because he's a wee bit OP. as a rule, I don't go after Bahamut until everybody's level 50. Not because I'm not skilled, but because I'm lazy. Let's go. I don't think I need a cottage just yet. I think I can use a tent because I'm pretty close to full power. It was good enough. So we're going to try something real quick here. I'm going to do the monster in a box over here. Ugh. Do I have an antidote? Of course I don't. Physician, heal thyself. Alright. Man, Leviathan is just destroying everything on the moon. Alright, we'll do a moon surface save right here. And away we go. What do you mean, too late? Oh dear. Alright, how dumb does it look in the cutscene? Okay, it's actually a little cooler than I thought it would be. Damn it! Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Tella is still dead, though. All right. Do, 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 do. I'm not gonna fight searchers right now. Level-wise, I'm actually doing pretty good. Da, 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 da. Ugh. Okay, you got your attacks in. Let's go. Hey, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You gonna jump up there? Okay. Take all the treasure in here, because we ain't gonna get a second chance. Ba, ba, ba. I'll just hit him with whatever. In some cases, using her level 3 spells is the best bet, and that's going to be the case when we get to the end of this dungeon. But right now, not a chance. Alright. Nuts. Yeah, let's hit him with that. Oh boy, I got a tent. I'm actually going to give a lot of hit points to Rydia because she is the one who gains the least by level. Crud. Wow. That was rough. Now what was that? Alright, who is in the most dire need? Yeah, we're just going to go straight to it because we got a long boss battle at the end of this. Inner passage. Alright. Now, I'm not going to be dumb about this. Honestly, I think the water-based stuff right now is actually working the best. Although not that time. Alright, this should wipe them out. The armor construct may be a problem. We'll see. I think he has about 9,000 hit points. Yep, I think I calculated that correctly. Now, there's a treasure box here that's going to be a lure. But we're not going to be suckered in by it because it's a monster in a box. Up. Paralysis. Let's see if death actually works. Nope. But like I said, we're not going to go for that just yet. Because I believe this spot is a save point. Oops. Oh, damn it. It won't cure stop, that's for sure. Arise. Now that is life 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Alright, now we're going to go back and get that monster in a box and hope we don't get slaughtered. That was really annoying. Cast electromagnetism on me, which is a stop spell. Oof, that was a hard hit. Alright, time to stop goofing off. getting there. Alright, pray for mercy. See if we can cast stop on him. Got him. Whew. This is a really good place to level if you can stomach it. Say goodbye, buddy. Fuso, I gained a level. He's not the one that needed it, you son bitch. God. Right? Time to wash the enemy away. Oh. Yeah, that was just bad luck right there. You know, I think when I actually bought this game for the PlayStation Portable, this was about as far as I got before I quit. I'm playing the game a lot more strategically now. Anyway, there's my copy. I'm playing the game a lot more strategically now than I did the last time. You know, I was just kind of blustering through it. So, even though it's not necessarily evident in my moves, I'm definitely thinking a lot more. Like, for example, and this is another thing. We're gonna put all the top-level elemental shit at the top of the magical order. Because we want to be able to actually speed through this and save frames. Alright, that should do it for Fusoya. That should do it. Put all the useful stuff near the top. All the stuff I never use, leave that at the bottom. That way I can zip through the menus at a much faster rate. Alright. When we get to the middle of this platform, it's time for the elemental fight. Boom. It's a 4-way gangbang from the elemental fiends, but they're gonna go down. They're gonna go down faster than a hooker at the church social. That was probably not appropriate, but I don't care. Gonna go down faster than Hooch at a moonshine convention. He blessed us with a second life. Prepare to die. Yeah, but you see, you don't attack us all simultaneously. You line up, you know, like the Nazis in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And I just shoot right through you. There we go. Alright. So let's see. Flame, attack, summon, no, black magic, Shiraga, that's what I'm looking for. Da, da. Da, 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 da. Tick, 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 tick. Whoop. Choke on this, asshole. And he's gathering the water, so we're not going to do anything dumb like attack him physically. Alright. Now, unfortunately, this time, we don't have Kane to stop her spin, so we're gonna have to hit her with some alternative stuff. Now, of course, because we have a holy sword, we're doing holy shit damage to her, too. Okay. Come on, Cecil, don't die again. Alright, this is ridiculous. Was not what we were looking for, but okay. Just hit him with Leviathan. Oh, perfect. Bye-bye, elemental fiends, you dumb cluckers. Oh my god. Now that was insanity. boy. Nope. Alright, we're not done on this frickin' place just yet. Yeah, you see that whole line of attack that Barbaricia does at the end there is new. She doesn't do that in her original battle. I think unless you attack her while she's spinning. And that's the key. And that's why I insisted on getting the Holy Excalibur sword before coming to this battle, was because otherwise no specific magic spell does appreciable damage to her. You end up spending a lot of time on like summons and stuff like that, and it just eats up your magic points instead of being able to do elemental damage to her. And she just stays in spinning mode too. Alright, time to go attack the core. Oh my god. Are you serious? Go! Nope. Oh, no! Alright, here we go. Alright. Interesting. Okay. Oops, that's right, I forgot. It's got reflect on it. But if we do summon, that will break through the wall. Okay, now we're going to take out the defensive orb again. Bye-bye, Giant of Babel. Aha! Surprise! There's the twist. Oh my! My brother? Hypnotic powers. Kind of a bummer. Yep. But technically, it was you. You were. Now is not the time to be all dramatic. Stop it. You know, not entirely unjustified there. To the moon, Alice! Yeah, send the healer and the ridiculously powerful summoner behind. Let's just... Ugh, misogyny. Sexism at its finest. That's not fair. Well, that's a lot harsher than the Super NES version. Are you fucking kidding me, Edge? Come on, man. Let's go like the bros we are. I don't actually think that's as much of a threat as everybody thinks. Oh. Once again, he ain't wrong. Also a point. Okay, so special feature of this version of the game is that if you go to the Hall of Prayer in Mysidia, you can actually swap in any of the previous characters. You can bring back Palam and Poram, you can bring in Yang, you can bring in just about anybody. So we're actually, but not Tella because he's, that motherfucker's dead. He's dead. He's not metaphorically dead. He's dead. Right? Well, see, again, and this is just for educational purposes. I mean, sort of. I mean, at this point, we've leveled up to the point. Who do I talk to about changing party members? Said the Hall of Prayer. I have to go up to like the... Like, you could even bring Edward along if you were a masochist. Yeah, so now he's level 47, so if we were to put him in the place of Rydia... Well, you see, that's what this little conversation is about right here. So, Mount Ordeals opens up, and I believe this opens up new abilities for the other characters. So say, for example, we wanted to do Palom and Porom. Yeah, he has Firaga, Thundaga, Blizzaga. That's the good stuff. And of course, Porom has all of the same magic spells that Rosa has at this level. So she has Cure 4 and all that stuff. She does have a Rise, correct? There's Raise. With one exception, she does not appear to have a Rise. Something worth noting. And then if you were to take, say... Yang instead of Edge. Look at his hit points. He has the most hit points of any character in the game. But he has 0 magic points. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no question about it. I mean, but the question is, who would you trade out Kane for, you know? I mean, let's think about this for a second. How badly do I want Sid, you know? But he does have more hit points at a lower level. Now, from a story perspective, though, all of these characters have run their course. The only reason to really switch them out is to get the extra content on Mount Ordeals. And we're not going to do that this week because we've already run a bit long as it is. So I'm going to kind of wrap it up here. But I just wanted to show everybody this kind of neat new feature. You and that damn strategy guide I'm reading. Holy shit. Palom and Pokemon, like I said, they have their usefulness, especially with their twin cast. And we don't want to say the other accidental malapropism for that. Yeah, I mean, what in the world would what in the world would Edward... Look at this. Level 4060 has 946 hit points and no magic points. What good is this dude? Useless. You spoony part. Alright, so we're going to reset the party back to normal. Oh, my lord. That's my traditional loadout for going into the final areas. Now, as I said, what I may do is I may show some of this extra content on Mount Ordeals, but for now, we're not going to. As far as I know, you unlock some extra abilities by taking the other characters up there. You increase their strengths and all that good stuff, so... Plus, you can get some items that you can trade for absurdly powerful stuff. Like if you can get the adamantite armor, you are literally indestructible. And that's what we need the pink tails for. I'm pretty sure that you get this crap from Mount Ordeals. Because you can go back and trade more tails with the dude at the chunk of adamantite. All right. Click on it. Alright, so that's it for this week's installment of Final Fantasy IV, the complete collection. Keep in mind, this is going to be a pretty long-running series because we're also going to do Interlude and the After Years. So I'm going to need to find a pretty good guide for that because I have never played either of those. But we're going to do a respectable amount of the extra content of this game before we move on to the other segments. And I do need to do some heavy grinding. Now, of course, in the main story, we do still have quite a bit of stuff left to do. We've got to collect all of the sacred weapons from the moon. As I said, we're going to do a little bit of faffing about on Mount Ordeals with the other characters, so we can obtain items that will allow us to trade for stuff that is insane. insanely powerful. So we're not done with this game by a long shot. We're going to be playing it for a while to come. So I hope you enjoyed everything that you saw this week, and of course you'll join us next time. Quick announcement about tomorrow: I will not actually be playing Call of Duty Mobile. And unfortunately, this is the second Friday in a row I haven't been able to do it, but I'm way behind on my earnings, and I got to get these bills paid, so I'm going to be working tonight, because I had to take 2 days off. I wasn't feeling real good. But I have to work extra hours tonight, and I have to work, do some daytime work tomorrow, so I won't be able to do a 9 to 11 stream tomorrow, unfortunately. But that's okay. We will be back. And of course, on Saturday, we have our 4-hour Overwatch stream on Facebook before we return here to Twitch on Sunday for MS Saga and more Bayonetta. Now, unfortunately, since the dipsy-do over at eBay decided to send me to false advertise and send me the wrong adapter, I will not be able to do the pass-through, which was supposed to make my life easier. And it's not so much a matter of this device won't work for me at all. I was planning on getting another capture device to plug into this machine once I got my Ryzen 5 processor, so that way I could actually, do some proper gaming on a more modern machine. And but it was a waste of money, because the priority was getting the doodad for the Wii U's to try to improve the experience, to make things a little easier on everybody, so I'm not like leaning over like this, squinting at my my gamepad screen. So unfortunately, we got another week of squinting at my gamepad screen, because some guy on eBay is a scumbag. And I know I'm not going to get anything out of that, so there's no point in belaboring it. But that's what's coming up over the next few days, and of course, we'll have more Paladins, more City of Heroes, and of course on Wednesday we'll have Corey J. Phillips on Moonhawk Studios Presents, and he's a voice actor with a pretty substantive resume. So I hope everybody will join us for that. And of course, if you haven't already, please be sure to follow. And if you don't like commercials, then by all means, please subscribe. We have stickers and all that stuff. I'm working on getting emotes and things for the channel. So that's it for this week. And I thank you all for watching. Until next time, I'm your host, Mac Paladin. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, kids.